So in this video, okay, I'm going to talk about the defamation case briefly. Kennedy Agyapong by seasoned investigative journalist, a very potent one, Anas Aremeyaw Anas. However, our primary focus will be on the properties, okay, or the wealth of Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, a legal practitioner, a businessman, an entrepreneur, and a former member of parliament for Essex Central. Okay, into Kennedy Agyapong say, if you don't remember, maybe you know what is at stake here. Kennedy Agyapong has been ordered by a U.S. court, okay, a court in Essex, to pay an amount of $18 million as damages to Anas Aremeyaw Anas over something an issue that Anas thought it was defaming to his brand and to his reputation. Obekaya, Anas, okay, Anas brought out the number 12, which had to do with the rot in Ghana's football system here. Now, also can one or two things be. Kennedy Agyapong has been on a more counteractive spree. Let's just say Assembia, whatever Anas will put out Biano. Kennedy Agyapong will come out, dismiss it, will rubbish it, and all that. And so he also went on to say certain things against Anas. Okay, like I said, there are certain documentations, certain videos and exposés and the documentaries. Some of them were doctored, some of them were just used as plots to get people in the wrong side of, or on the wrong books of the law. This have had some serious repercussions to the careers of a lot of people, including someone Kwesi Nyantakyi, the former president of the Ghana Football Association. Now, Metuaswa Ntempano, Kennedy Agyapong, or a businessman, to say they make a lot of businesses. He also owns Ken City Media, Oman FM, Oman TV, Net2 TV, and others are all subsidiary of his media firm. Now, if I'm reading a report made and published on the internet concerning the wealth, okay, and acquisitions of Kennedy Agyapong, this is by yen.com, yen.com. So if I'm reading this to you, I want you to know, say, this is a report by yen.com, and they have done thorough research about this issue. I'm also bringing it to your knowledge. Maybe you may have chanced on it on social media, or maybe you may have perused it on your phone. But if you haven't, please pay attention to this. Kennedy Agyapong is a very wealthy man. He is a very accomplished man. He has a lot of wives and children, and currently he is still buying assets. It was interesting to know that in this report, Kennedy Agyapong is still making a lot of money. He's still doing well as a businessman, and we all want to be like him in the future. However, we are not happy about how things have turned out with regards to how he has been fined by the court. $18 million is a whole fortune. I'm telling you, $1 million saying $18 million is a whole fortune. Before Kennedy Agyapong didn't know, said he could be touched. When you enter into certain jurisdictions like the United States of America, you are nobody before the law. You are nobody before the law. Before hitherto, okay, Kennedy Agyapong was taken to court by Anas here in Ghana, but the court ruled in favor of Kennedy Agyapong, and so Anas lost or was defeated, but he didn't count it as a loss. It wasn't over for him. He still believed that law and justice could be served to him very fairly, and he sought justice in the United States of America, and lo and behold, here you have it. Anas has won the case, and the U.S. court has demanded and ordered Kennedy Agyapong to pay $18 million damages to Anas, wow, this is serious. Anas, 18 million. This is enough fortune for him. He can decide to retire from his business or his work as an investigative journalism. I am sure saying life now is a very expensive one because he is always a target. And so he will need a lot of money to be able to live a certain kind of lifestyle. It will be difficult for somebody to even get him. He can live in the penthouse in the US. He can live in a very, very long tower. Live a very luxurious life. He can even live here and go and settle in Colombia, go and settle in Israel. He can be living his life, the rest of his life in the Philippines. He can be living the rest of his life in a place called Greece. Okay? Baby to say Equatorial Guinea. Now obone brow. Don't hear say one sika. Because $18 million there, it is enough for him to raise families, to live and do everything he wants. And if he invests well, his children will never have to suffer or struggle in this life that we are in now. Now, Kennedy Agyapong's property in the US valued at $1.8 million. Okay, I made the 8 million defamation suit. So me read it. I'm gonna say businessman and politician Kennedy Agyapong owns at least 3 properties in the United States with a combined purchase value exceeding $1.8 million. 3 News reported that the valuation was confirmed via property records obtained from Essex County in New Jersey. These details have relevance to the 18 million defamation judgment in favor of investigative journalist Anas Aremeyaw Anas against Agyapong. Now, the court ruling comprised of $5 million in presumed damages, $5 million in actual damages, and $8 million in punitive damages makes up that total of the 18 million. 18 million, it comprises of 3 different portals and 3 different charges or counts. Okay, now 3 News. Okay, 3 News also reported that according to court documents, Agyapong may own additional real estate elsewhere in the United States. Okay, so apart from the 1.8 million other properties in the United States that are very, very expensive. Now, I am going to go through just some of them that were reported by 3 News. So, what properties does Kennedy Agyapong own? Now, first one, the West Orange residence. The West Orange residence. So, the West Orange residence was purchased by Kennedy Agyapong on October 5, 2007, and now 5th October 2007. Now, the amount at which he bought that real estate is $980,000 in 2007. Wow, $980,000. That's how much Kennedy Agyapong bought that property in the United States. Now, the mortgage amount here is $730,000 US dollars, $730,000 US dollars through World Savings Bank FSB. World Savings Bank FSB. Now, currently, this property its assessed value is $906,200. That is $906,200 as of 2020. That is as of 2020. Now, the current market value of this same West Orange property, West Orange property, is the current market value is $1,082,676 million. I beg your pardon. Now, we move on to the next real estate owned by Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, the former member of Parliament for Essex Central. Now, the Newark residence is the number 2. The Newark residence. It was purchased on 9th November 2005. November 9, 2005. He bought this property at $490,000 US dollars. All is in US dollars. As at 2005, that was a lot of money. 2005 is a whole fortune. $490,000 Kennedy Agyapong is no small man at all. Now, the mortgage amount here is 392,000. The mortgage amount here is 392,000, and it is through AAMES Home Loans. Currently, its assessed value, its current assessed value is 295,600 as of 2020. And the current market value of this residence, the Newark residence, is $342,090. $342,090. This is the approximate figure that was given to us. Now, the third residence, or the third real estate or property owned by Kennedy Agyapong, the former member of Parliament for Asin Central, is East Orange residence. He purchased this facility, or this real estate, February 28, 2005, and also to Achepa, which was the year between 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007. Kennedy Agyapong amassed a lot of wealth, and he used part of his fortune to acquire properties not here in Ghana but in the United States of America. Now, the purchase price of that facility is $365,000. $365,000, and it is mortgaged, at $200,000. The mortgage amount is $200,000, and it is through Emigrant Mortgage Company. Now, its current assessed value is $290,000 as of 2020, and its current market value is approximated at $415,175. These properties could potentially be used to satisfy at least part of the judgment. Andrew half of what is supposed to pay to Anas Aremeyaw Anas until Kennedy Agyapong so how is going to make this payment? Only God can tell. Now, Anas' legal team could potentially place liens on these properties or initiate foreclosure proceedings, according to the report, showed Kennedy Agyapong failed to satisfy the court's award voluntarily. Again, Anas and his team could potentially place liens on these properties owned by Kennedy Agyapong or initiate foreclosure, showed Kennedy Agyapong failed to satisfy the court's award voluntarily. So this is how far we have gone, and this is how much Kennedy Agyapong has. As to whether we'll be able to make this payment or whether he's going to plea or beg Anas, I don't know. America there, US judge has made the sanction and has made the verdict, and it is final. Maybe you beg him to settle this out of court. Maybe he will say, okay, Anas, I beg you, I'll give you $10 million. I beg, I don't know whether it's allowed, but it's not going to be an easy thing. Please, so if you find this video informative, if you find this video useful, please do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell again, and I will see you again in the next one.